Hey guys, M4J3FFR135 here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. And we start at this junction here. You might remember this is where the Venetian line meets the City West Loop line. And I'm fed up. I'm fed up with this junction. At the moment, it's working okay. There's no problems with it at all. But 5 minutes ago, just before I started recording, there were 6 trams queued up on this side, there were 4 trams queued up on this side, and there were 3 on each of these sides. And you can see they've slowly worked their way out of problems. However, in doing so, we have a few trams that, as you can see, are broken down. And we also have this problematic junction over here, although at the moment it is behaving itself. So that's not that much of an issue. And I am liking the way this area of the city is starting to develop, so we won't worry about this bit too much. This will be developed further as time progresses, don't you worry about that. But in the meantime, I want to do something about this junction here. And the first thing I want to do really is this road, I want to change it so that it goes up over the top of this and then joins up over here. And we'll get rid of this bit here as well, Sunset View, and we'll also get rid of Lynch Road here, or at least part of it. Now we have got this bus stop which is part of the Persian line. It is stop number 183. So we'll go on to this list, we'll find number 183 and we will remove it like so. We are going to end up with a bit of a problematic scenario because the bus is supposed to head off this way and then over to here. And we're obviously rebuilding this road, so that won't be the case anymore. We'll see what happens, shall we? First of all, I want to... It does get rid of this ugly looking hill climb as well, doing this. I want to build a little bit of road like that. And then we're going to delete that, and we're going to delete that. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to delete this entire road. Like so. We're now going to go back into two-way, select this, draw it in a straight line to here, but curve it up. Let's do it 3 times over, and then swing it round. That says there isn't enough space, and it's right to say that. Let's try that again. Let's do it to 4. Now what's it clipping on? I think it's catching the edge of that tunnel. Oh, it's that bit. Okay. So we'll do it like this, and then we'll start to slope it up. Like so. There we go. And then we can get it to there, and then we can get it round like this. Kind of like that. How does that look slope-wise? That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. It's a lot better than I was envisaging. And it does cure most of that problem. The only thing we have to do now is connect this up like this. Will that get rid of that trolley? Yes, it does. Again, bit of an ugly slope, and we have removed the buildings that were up here, but hopefully they'll come back over time. I don't know about rebuilding the stop here. The whole idea is it removes roads from this point. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. The next thing to do is to rebuild some tram stops. Now, the idea is we're going to remove these ones here. First thing we're going to do is put a new stop there and a new stop there, and then we're going to put 2 new ones, one here like that, and one, I would say there, but I think over here is probably the better place for it. Sort of there like that. We will leave that one as it is. We will upgrade it though. Okay, so we're going to end up removing this stop here and this stop here, and replacing them with this one here and this one here. Because of that, we are going to have to close the lines that currently run, and we're going to have to reroute them just a little bit, enough for it to be a major inconvenience to me, but also hopefully enough to fix this problem that we're having. This road, one-way street, I'm going to keep as it is. I don't actually see that much wrong with it. It's functional, it works. Vehicles can only go in one direction, sort of. They can turn and head back, but I don't really see why they'd need to do that. And trams run over this junction absolutely fine, and they run over this junction absolutely fine. So there's no problems there either. Buses are starting to use this new bridge, and they're doing it quite well. See, we've got some full buses running into the hubs now, which is good to see. Is that one going to turn right? No, that one goes straight ahead. Okay, that's cool. This bit is really developed. This used to be a barren road. It's now got buildings on it. It's very interesting to see. Right, this is one issue I'm going to have with... Oh, actually, there's a stop there. Okay, we don't need that stop there. Or maybe we will, and we'll take... Oh, I don't know. No, we'll take away that one. Whoops, I nearly destroyed the track then. Oh, that was close. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. We need to select these bottom lines. Venetian, Venetian, delete, delete, City West, City West, delete, and delete. Okay, we now need to delete these two stops and these two stops. What am I going to do over here? I could delete this road. Is this road important? I think it is a little bit. I think it's the way for them to get back into this one-way system that we've got going. We have a very complex one-way system around here. I remember putting it in to get rid of the traffic. Wow, the Maya line is also very, very popular, as is Hublink over here. Very popular. I'm tempted to reroute Hublink via this area. So it will actually come out of the hub, curve around this way, and then head back towards the central hub. We might put that in as I can't speak. We might put that in as an extension, have like Hublink 2 in the future. In the meantime, I do need to fix this problem. I do. Right. Well, I suppose if... Because this is only really useful if they want to head in these directions. And they can get off the tram here, walk down here and do that. Or they can get off here and walk down and get on again. So we'll upgrade it. Okay. We'll work with that. It's to try and get... So you can have two trams queuing to cross the road instead of one. Or maybe even three trams, if you have one at the stop itself as well. See if I can create a bit more room on these two sides. They all fall within catchment area, so there's no danger of that. I think if I put that one there, actually. I just got to walk down the street a little bit. Which should be fine. I can't really move that one because it'll block that junction, so we can't worry about that one right now. And this one, that's in about the right place. They'll go straight across there as and when they can. Why is that bus waiting for so long to turn left? Strange. Oh well, done now. Okay. So we have these stops fairly close together, but then we also have a lot of people excuse me, moving around this area. So that should be fine. That should be absolutely fine. So I'm just planning out where Hublink 2 is going to run. I've got a fair idea. Wow, we have a real queue of metro trains. That's something else I'm going to fix. I'll probably be doing that in Friday's episode. I'll be fixing the metro hub. I have an idea. It should work. It should work pretty well. We'll find out though. Got all these trains. Hublink is a very, very successful line in terms of the number of people it carries. It's nearly always full. Drops off a lot of passengers here. The Carmine line ends up suffering tremendously. Look how many passengers are waiting on the Carmine line. Almost to the point where I want to upgrade the trams to Prospector Royal L's. It's funny, this is the bit that isn't that popular, going down this strip. It's only when you get into City West that you start to get the masses of people. And it's only in this area. These two stops. Why's my mouse not working very well? These two stops. It's where it really picks up. Apart from that, nothing. I'm going to put a stop here as well. Put it about there. And we got a connection with the bus, which is the Celeste A line, which I'm surprised spans across this far. There's the hub. It comes all the way up to here. Wow, I'd forgotten how far north it went. I need to stop getting distracted and actually do this line now. I'm tempted to do City West first. 2 loops. Again, Carmine South is pretty popular here as well. Lots of people waiting. Might have to upgrade that one too. Need to build this new area of the city as well. Right, no more distractions. No more distractions. We're going to do this and we're going to do it properly. So we'll do City West loop clockwise. We're going to timetable it the same as the first tram line I see, which I believe is the maroon line. Is it the maroon line? Yes, it is the maroon line. Which I believe... we have an hour's gap there. Let me shorten that. In fact, what I should do is go onto the maroon line and change that one's timetable. Okay, so weekdays... that needs to start at 10. And end at 1700. And then nighttime needs to start at 2000 and end at 6:30. Although for the benefit of not confusing, I'm going to change this to 7. Weekends or nighttime is 20 till 6, so this needs to be 7 until 19. There we go. Okay, redo this one. Copy, 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 and copy. There we are. Now to map it out. This is the less popular part of the route, I would say. It only really picks up maybe here, where it links up with Hublink. But I think more in this kind of area, as it's the only line that runs through here. And especially when it reaches the Rathaus. I'd say that's when it starts to pick up in popularity. At this point. And it's only when you get to here and you meet the Carmine North that you really start to get the numbers. I was about to say, is it worth having that stop? But yeah, I think it is still. Alright, this is the clockwise loop, isn't it? Yes. So the next stop will be up here. And then up here. I'm going to remove that trolley stop as well, actually. We don't need it anymore. I don't think we needed it in the first place. I was just trying to evenly space out stops. It's stupid having a stop on a bridge like that. Nobody is going to use it. There's no houses nearby or workplaces or anything. A complete waste of time. Right, we are so nearly on the home straight. That's one plus side to both Venetian anti-clockwise and City West clockwise, is once you get round the loop itself, it is just a straight line back to home. So I'm sure that works for vehicle efficiency and crud like that. Stop there. Final stop on the individual bit, and then we're back into this section. We need more mile line buses. We need bigger mile line buses. Might put a dedicated depot down for it, with double deckers, because it looks like we need them now. And actually taking out the bendy buses creates more capacity, physically creates more capacity on the road. So you'll be able to run, especially when it meets the tram, you'll be able to run more vehicles through that space in the same amount of time. Right, hub link. Actually, I should have used that as an opportunity to rebuild this. Oh well, it's not that far to walk, is it? It is served. It's connected. It's covered. That is something else I'm going to be looking at doing over the next few episodes, is improving and refining interchange points. So like this one we worked on, we managed to get it up and running, although another stop there would have been good, because I think from there walking back is a little bit too much to ask. Let's have a look. Does it even show up on here? Don't think it does actually. All I know is that tram is running pretty full, as is that one. Oh well. Right, time to do the next one. City West anti-clockwise. I did say in the last episode, Monday's episode, that I wanted people to suggest names for parts of the city, and people have been giving suggestions. Like I said, not every suggestion will be used, but the best ones will be taken, and in some cases adapted, perhaps, to create a name. And I liked a couple. There was one that combined, I think it was Sydney and Brisbane. I think they were the two cities to create, I think it was Bryony or Bridney, which I thought was quite cool. And the other one, I remember having a small mini debate with someone about the Victoria line and whether it was like Hublink, because I said that Victoria line had an interchange at every station, and it's not true, because Pimlico, the Victoria line, is the only line that serves that station, and we have something like that as well on this city. We have the island, which is one of the things that I wanted naming first, this island here, and someone came up with the idea of Pimlico Island, which I think that's going to stick. I think this island is going to become Pimlico, and I might even rename these two metro stops to be called Pimlico, because I think that's quite a tongue-in-cheek little Mickey take, and it's a respectful one as well, so I'm happy to do that. I am happy to do that. Right, stop there, and then we start the loop. Hopefully this will help vehicles get back to the depot without breaking down. It is just that one junction where the real trouble's caused, and now we've removed the buses, we've taken away two inputs to that junction, which means the traffic lights will be swinging round to the trams a lot quicker than they were before, and it is just trams that run along that now. I haven't seen any cars use that junction. Not really. Not to head round the city that way. There's no reason for them to use it's almost worth removing the avenues completely and just putting paths down. The only reason I've kept it like this is in case we decide to use it for a bus route. I like to keep in the flexibility open. Right, so we run the loop. Now we've got to head back home. I think this is the longest line as well. Longest tram line anyway, if not longest line in the whole city, because it runs right from north of City West to south, and it goes in and out a lot as well as it follows the coast. So it could well be the longest one. I can't be bothered to measure it. I think it does tell you how long it is though. We'll have a look at this loop once it's done. This is the outer loop of the City West ones anyway, so it should tell us the longest distance. Does it say? 24.3 kilometers, which means it's roughly 12 kilometers from here to, let's say, here, which is actually quite a long way, and there's quite a lot of people waiting at these stops now as well, which is good to see. Means people haven't forgotten about our lines. This stop's starting to pick up in popularity again. The old Persian line stop. Buses are using this ramp quite nicely. I think I was a little bit too trigger happy with when it came to sloping up like that. It slopes up quite extreme and then it suddenly flattens for this last corner. If anyone's been to Brighton Marina, there's a really ugly section of road when you enter the compound for the first time, and it's sort of, this road reminds me a bit of it. This one too, actually, where you've got this really nice waterfront view spoiled by these roads going up and over. But it had to be done, unfortunately. It did have to be done. Oh, there's a car. There's a car. There's a car on that road. Where are they going? Let's find out. Who are you? Where are you going? You're going to a shopping centre? Oh, you own a hybrid. That's interesting. Oh, we're following you. That is a long way to drive. They'll be using the freeway. That is awesome. That's like a gift. Let's put you in fast forward for a little bit until you get onto the freeway. This is a total deviation from what I wanted to do in this episode, but there you go. It'll be worth it in the end, I promise. So which way are you going to turn? Right here. And then I guess left. Oh, you must be... Yeah, you are turning right because you're in the right-hand lane. No, you're going straight over. Oh, there is... You can go... Okay, you can go straight over. You'll be turning on the freeway at some point up here, though. I need to build that junction in again. I said I was going to put a junction off this avenue, which actually might increase traffic on this avenue, which might not be a good thing necessarily, but then it might take the traffic away from some of the other junctions, so I don't know. Well, I'll weigh up the possibilities for the next episode, or I might just do it off camera. I might experiment. That sounds probably better for you guys, then I'm not wasting your time. I like this though. Someone actually requested that I do another 24 hours of the Central Hub video, and yes, I think is my answer to that. I would like to do one as well. I'm interested in seeing how it's developed as much as you guys are. I think that the Central Hub has definitely lost a lot of its impact now since these other satellite hubs have started springing up. And with the metro expanding to its new areas as well, there's a lot less passenger flow from buses, trolleys and trams in the Central Hub, and I'm also considering removing the monorail hub completely from the Central Hub and just building a single line that serves it, kind of like what HubLink is doing. And when I rebuild the metro hub, that will impact on it as well. So we'll have to weigh up the pros and cons of that system. I'll explain it to you in more detail in Friday's episode. I'm definitely rebuilding the metro hub though, so you'll get to see me do that. I'll probably time-lapse it so that you aren't sitting there forever waiting for something exciting to happen. Alright, let's put this in super fast forward. It's interesting watching all the trains go around as well. Seeing how people flow across that. There's definitely... The pathfinding on this game is not good at all. It's very flawed. However, I do still find it interesting to see how people go about their journeys and which direction they choose to go in and how they choose to use your interchanges and things like that. There is something about that which is quite interesting, even if it's flawed. I was very ambitious when I built this highway as well. It's not being used as much as I wanted it to be. Mind you, at the time that I built it, there wasn't a metro track running through the centre of it, so it was more popular than it is now. People are choosing to use public transport more than they're choosing to use cars. And case in point for that is the freeway that I built through the city centre is now virtually empty most of the time because people are choosing to use the metro instead. Runs north to south, does the job, no reason for anyone to use anything else. So I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Right, what's your name, by the way? Carol Hunter. That's who you are. Driving your hybrid, which has been overtaken by every other vehicle on the road since you started. And yet you continue to cruise in the second to outside lane. Look, even we're being undertaken. I don't know about in America, but that's illegal in Britain. Mind you, that one car's turning off. This one isn't, though. Carrying on. And pulling away from us. We're losing a lot of ground here, Carol. Come on, put your foot down. Right, freeway interchange, which again, I was anticipating huge queues of traffic like you get at the start of the game, whereas here we've got nothing. Not a single person. It's very quiet. Mind you, it is 4 in the morning. That might be a reason as well. Rush hour hasn't started yet. Okay, drive under the monorail track. Turn right here. Turning left here. How far away are we now, Carol? A few junctions away, I think. Straight over this one. Nope, turning right. Straight over this one, though, because you can't turn right or left. Left at this one? What do you think? Oh, yes. Right again. As in, correct. Not, yeah. You know what I mean. I think that's the shopping centre there. On that main road. Either that or it's... Is it that one? She is heading towards it. Interesting choice of route to get there, mind. Choosing to go around this way rather than... I see why. Okay, she's going in the back door. Okay, guys, so Carol's going to go shopping. Buy the family something nice. We are going to end here. So, thank you very, very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed watching the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.